Hello, friends and fellow adventurers, and welcome to the third and final part of Orelak's Reckoning. I will once again keep the introduction short and sweet as we return to the action. We will resume with the party as they were engaged in combat with a Tarrasque, and Sora had just activated her Giant's Might rune to grow into a huge Dragonborn and was getting ready to attack the Tarrasque. The Tarrasque also happens to be grappled by Willem, who is true polymorphed into an ogre mock.
Okay, she is going to use her breath weapon on the Tarrasque.
Is it a dex save?
It is a dex.
It automatically fails because it's stunned.
Yeah.
So
4 times.
Wait.
Oh no, you can replace attacks. I'm pretty sure you can do that with breath weapons. You can replace your attacks with breath weapons. That's
really?
Yeah, that with with the Tasha.
Yeah, at a certain level.
New Dragonborn.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think you still can only do it up to your proficiency bonus, but you can sub out your attacks for it.
Yeah,
right, that's what she's doing.
Before attacks.
Fails all of them automatically, so go ahead and roll all your damage.
So it's 5d6 each fire damage. 5, 9, 10, 14, 17 on the first.
Okay. Make a investigation check real quick.
Got it. Y'all heard 17. Keep that in mind. What was that? 12.
Well, that's crazy to me because my breath weapon is 10d6.
Which one? What'd you say?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah.
12.
So whenever you breathe fire on this thing, the armor on this thing is it doesn't the fire honestly just completely just goes off of the armor on this thing, even on its skin. Like some of your fire kind of reaches the face of this thing, nothing's charred or burned or anything, it's unaffected.
Okay.
Wow, nothing at all.
Interesting.
So you think kind of putting it together, it's immune to fire.
Got it. After the first one.
Damn. We need the Godzilla thing where you pry its mouth open.
Yeah, there you go.
Fire breath of it down its mouth.
Well, I was gonna say I don't know that she's gonna waste the rest then.
After you breath weapon, you pause for a second, and kind of hesitate to do your second one.
Okay.
But she couldn't, since she started that as her action, though, she can't then.
Well, you can substitute attacks.
You can substitute. Okay, good.
So now I can just the last 3 then.
As regular.
All right, she's like, okay, I tried the breath weapon, it's not working. It's time to bring out the flail.
Okay.
Wasn't going to, but
it's a huge flail now.
Yeah.
and she goes, all right.
Yeah, all your attacks have advantage because it's stunned.
Right.
Plus a million other things. Bro, you guys are gonna kill this Tarrasque somehow before you.
It's still half in the hole, right?
Yeah. It hasn't even come out.
Hold please. 2 plus 18, 20. It doesn't hit.
Nah.
All right, that was 1.
Wait, did you do advantage though?
This is the second one for advantage. 3 plus 18.
That's not good.
All right, so next attack. 19 plus 18 to hit.
Maybe. 37 maybe hits.
Okay. I'm taking that one. That's just 1, and then I have 1 more. Let's see. 10 plus 18, so 28 will hit. Okay, so 2 hits there out of 3. So 1d8 plus 14 bludgeoning. Alright, we got 1 plus 14, so that's 15. And 8 plus 14. 22 plus 15. 37 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Alright, so she changed plans. And then with her orc war chief.
Make his 2 attacks.
Yep.
It's 2 attacks, right?
It's 2 attacks.
Yep. so
based on what she knows, she's going to have him throw a spear.
Okay. It's going to be with advantage because it's stunned.
Yep. Okay, so that's a 9 plus 6. That does not hit. Let me try again. 14 plus 20 does not hit.
Misses.
That was 1. 11 plus 6.
Misses.
And second roll. 16 plus 6 is 22.
So
doesn't hit. Okay, so War Chief does not hit you.
Okay. Yeah, he throws a few spears and they just clink right off.
Absolutely.
Jim.
Is it still stunned?
It is still stunned.
Oh my gosh. Was any of that advantage then? were you rolling advantage?
Well, it's advantage because
yeah,
it was
I
already
rolled-
restrained, but yeah, it's
I rolled advantage, yeah.
you've got like triple advantage on this thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
Yeah.
so apparently I have this thing called Draconic Cry,
I'm pretty
which
sure.
I wish I would have done if y'all were within like 10 feet of me because I can have advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, try harder.
It says 10 feet. I mean, I can try to scream as loud as I can, but apparently my
No,
little
get
body
closer to
only.
the battle.
I'm on a rooftop, sir. I have no flying. I do have spider climb,
Yeah, it's basically like we're a
Get
party of
down.
3.
At least.
but then I wouldn't be. Yeah.
You can like climb on its back. If you want to do that.
No, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good right here. I'm going to use my psychic blade again.
Is with advantage.
I mean, sure. Do. 28.
28 will hit.
20 and
Roll
sneak
your
attack,
damage.
right?
Mm-hmm. You have like 47 allies within range.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6. I should just keep these together. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just not used to hitting Katie, you know?
Poor Katie.
Uh,
Find her stride with it.
one day. Not one day soon enough. 37. 37!
Okay.
37!
So yeah, you blast the intellect of this thing with your
Lost
psychic
you,
blades.
lost you.
And
Sorry.
it can't really like let out like a cry of pain or anything because it's stunned. Like
Yeah.
it's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything.
Really not.
But you heard it.
And I'm gonna try one more time. 25
That will hit.
Good job.
for 5.
Okay. So yeah, with your offhand, you throw like another psychic blade at it. Anything else for Jim? Did you want to move any closer, further away, or stay where you are?
Am I able to like hop to the next building? Like, how far away is the next building?
Like, it's not like it's probably like a 20-foot gap. But I mean, with your spider climb, you can like launch on to the side and start crawling up if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make it to the next building.
Perfect. I'll get. And then, how much closer does that get me to it?
You're like 30 feet
30
away
feet
from
away.
it. Yeah.
That's fine. I'll see.
The Tarrasque's turn. It is going to use, or actually, it's at the end of its turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 7 plus nothing, or no, plus 9, 16, which fails. It's going to use a legendary resistance to succeed instead. So it's no longer stunned. That's the end of its turn.
Well, I tried, guys.
So yeah, after like probably it's like a few moments after your turn ends, you can see like this Tarrasque like shake its head violently, begin to like squirm and everything, and it lets out like a terrifying roar.
But he is still grappled.
He's still grappled unless you
Okay.
like let go of him.
No, I mean I hit him and then grabbed his horns again.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm on its back.
Right. Okay.
So
Is it Everin?
Yes, is ever.
Okay, so Everin will draw his 2 scimitars again and run straight up to it and try to essentially kick off whatever he can and get as close as he can to the base of the neck of the Tarrasque and try to, again, kind of get both his swords in there and try to get one to just find purchase.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit with advantage because it is still restrained / grappled.
Oh, look at that. It's so much better. That's 32.
That'll hit. So you're on its neck now. Like you latched onto its neck.
That's with one of them.
Right, with one of them.
The second one, I'm actually going to take 2 off because it's a +3, but I'm going to take 2 off of it to just give it a +1 to the attack and give myself +2 to my AC because I have the Defender Scimitar.
Right.
So,
okay. So go
it
ahead.
really has +11, but that's a 31 with a natural 20.
You know what? No. Just this one time, natural, and it is not yet. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So you said natural
Max
20.
damage, then roll another set of damage dice.
Okay, so I didn't Hunter's Mark it, so I don't get that. But that's 13 right off the bat. 13, 18 for that one. Then the second one is just 1d6 plus 7.
Okay.
Which is 8 points of damage.
Okay. So how much total? Nice.
26 total points. both of the scimitars are still
Lost
in.
its net.
Yep, and he's kind of pulls himself up and gets kind of an area where his feet can kind of hold just to give himself a little balance,
like,
but not like...
Yeah, the armor like pokes out so much to the point where you like can kind of do that.
So he'll get like the balls of his feet kind of on there to give himself some type of balance.
That's where Asimar have their...
You know,
Willem.
It's very calloused.
I need you to make a strength saving throw to hold on to this thing.
Okay.
34.
35.
If you add my nat 1 to his 34, it's 35. Oh, shit.
So,
but I have advantage.
You do have advantage. If that's gonna help. I don't know how high.
1 to a 20. Come on.
I can still win.
I don't know how high you could roll.
An 8.
Hey, no.
Nailed it.
So you're holding on to this thing.
Yeah, well,
was, and you like kind of like begin to like wind up a punch. You can still attack on this turn. It's just like at the start of your turn. It like pretty much fully gets free. Like it knocks, like it kind of like not like stands up on its hind legs since its legs are still underneath the ground, but it just like straightens up its back and like fully like stands like up like elongated and like just knocks you off of it.
Do you guys should up in dex check see if I even stay on my feet?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Let me look at this dex real quick. Oh, of course. I'm out. Why would I be dexterous?
So you're knocked prone. So yeah, after it knocks you on your back, you are knocked prone.
Yeah, that was a 2.
Because you failed, you can have 1 attack.
Okay. So since we're so big, like how far am I away from it at this point, though?
Probably like 20 feet.
Oh, okay.
It's like you guys are both very big.
So I'll still be able to do 1 slam attack on it then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is a 25.
That'll hit.
Okay. So that's the 4d10. That's 15 plus 13. So 28 plus 8, 36.
Okay. So yeah, as you kind of like stand up, you just get like 1 like wobbly attack in. Hit, like the back of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Sora.
Yeah.
All right.
So I switched dice.
Sora and the War Chief are staying in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
They're not moving.
Right.
She has realized she's got a couple options against them. She needs to use them now.
Right.
So we're going to go all 4 attacks with the flail.
Okay.
See what we can do. With advantage?
Not with advantage.
Okay,
it's
fine.
not stunned.
Yep, that's right. All right, so 18 plus 18.
That'll hit.
Yep. 17 plus
That'll
18.
hit.
No, 1 plus 18 does not hit. Natural 20.
That'll hit. There you
Nice.
go.
All right, so we got 3
Yep.
out of 4.
We'll do the natural 21 first.
Yeah.
That's just, you have to roll it. Whatever goes your, what's the,
It's 1d8 plus 14, so 8 plus 14.
then plus your huge.
Plus my extra 1d10, so 10 plus 14, 24 plus 8, 32.
Plus another set of damage dice.
Right, then you roll the next one. You roll d10.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is all just a natural.
Yeah.
I still can't believe you did over 100 damage in 1 turn.
Mhm.
This thing.
Okay, so that was you said d10 and d6. Say that again? You said to roll another d10?
Yeah, just whatever damage you're rolling this turn, go ahead and roll it again.
Yep.
Wait, they still have advantage, right? Wait, no, they wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, because you're grappling it, right?
No,
Or
not
you
grappling
lost
anymore,
it.
but I'm
but
on the
I
other
wasn't.
side of it though. If they're close, it's within my attack. I'm like 5 feet from it.
Are we considered flanking this
Right.
terrace?
You know what?
I'm not trying to overdo
No,
it.
actually, yes, because it can't go backwards in any way. The only like place it can really go is like forward.
Right.
Like it can move to its sides, kind of, but you're so big, you're kind of like impeding it.
Yeah.
It's like the only place it can go is forward.
Okay.
Okay, so the max damage first was 32. Now I'm rolling 1d10, which was 10,
Mm-hmm.
and then 1d8. 4 plus 14,
Right.
18. So 10 plus 18, so that's 28.
Mhm.
So 28 plus 32, 60.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was 60. That was for the natural 20. Alright, and then we still had 2 others. That are 1d8
When this
plus
thing
14.
can't get an attack off, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Alright. That's why I gotta hit it now, right?
Just waiting for it to
Okay, we
fall
got an
forward when
8.
it dies.
We got an
Because I'm like,
8,
What?
4, 12 plus 14.
Okay.
Alright, so that's another 26.
26, okay.
That's for number 2. And number 3 is 6, 7 plus 14, 21.
Okay.
That's her 3 flail. That's her flail attacks.
What was the total?
a lot.
60, 21, 26.
60.
47, 60, 107. Well,
Wow. Okay.
Well, her
Hey,
when you pick up a legendary weapon, I guess.
Yeah,
So
right.
you wail on this thing, and now you're a war chief.
the war chief doesn't do as well, so she had to make sure she hit him good.
Almost impossible. The war chief did.
It is absolutely. So
What's his plus?
he's fodder. He's
6.
plus 6.
Oh.
So yeah. Natural 20.
There you go. There you go. Okay. So
Never mind.
your
Forget
war chief
everything I
gets a
said.
good hit.
All right. He was using
Wow.
his great axe, so he is going to use a 1d12 plus 4 plus 1d8.
Oh, you have to roll,
I
the
have to
second
roll
thing.
the
but-
second thing. Yeah. So
Were you flying
12.
making these attacks, or were you on the ground?
she's flying.
Okay.
But you're huge and you're flying?
Yeah.
Oh my
Doing
God.
boots.
The boots
Okay.
grew with
Good
her.
year, blimp up
Remember?
there.
She was naked with the boots on.
All right. So
Oh,
the natural 20 is 12 plus 4, 16 plus 8, 24.
Okay.
So the first one's 24.
And then plus your roll dice.
And then the roll dice now. Well, that was one attack, and then the second attack with the roll dice. Right. Sorry. All right, 12. That's a 1 plus 4. That's 5 plus a d8 of 6.
Right.
So 11.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry,
And
guys.
then second attack with the great axe. Let's see. 13 plus 6, 19. That doesn't hit.
Nah.
Right. So he got one good one in there.
Yeah.
Okay. She's done.
Okay. Jim.
Jimmy Jim coming to save
Let's go, Jim.
the day.
You hit him last time.
Actually,
Let's
Jim
do it
Jam,
again.
drop him. Drop him.
This attack does have advantage, and it's flanked. Like it.
Oh.
Yep, so you get
I always have advantage.
You can walk behind it.
27.
That'll hit. I'm waiting for you to crit on your sneak attack, because that's gonna do so much.
I know, right?
Just wait a second.
No, it dies by cutting a toe off.
Yeah.
I once killed a Tarrasque. How'd you do it? I cut its toe off.
You know.
Don't trash them. They don't die. Right? They just. There's something about it.
Yeah, with like lore with Tarrasque, it's really obscure with that.
So that's 40.
Okay.
Over here.
You had 130.
Yeah.
25.
I don't like bragging.
So it's another 6.
Okay.
And then I do want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I suppose I can do that. Let me see.
Good work.
I
Good
rolled
work.
a 1, but it's going to get a legendary resistance succeed instead.
But that's 2 of its legendary resistances, right? So it's probably only got 1 more,
Or infinite.
or that's gone.
Did you
Yeah,
just say
infinite.
You
infinite?
know.
Jinx.
What?
All right. Anything else for Jim?
Just you're a poo-poo head.
Well,
Get a feel of poop.
okay.
Poop
So
it.
it is going to use a legendary action to take a bite attack against. I want to be really against Sora.
Was
The
it- I
war
think
chief?
Huh?
You mean the war chief?
Yeah,
that's in
he's the
front
one
of me?
that's done the most damage.
No. Okay. This doesn't. I don't think this hits, does it? 24. Just okay.
Sure does not.
So this Tarrasque bites out at you, and your armor it's so strong to the point where like it bites down on your armor, but its teeth like stop and it like retracts.
She is side-eyeing you so hard.
I was gonna say, I was waiting for it. It tries to bite you and you disappear in its mouth, but then you just reappear as soon as it opens its mouth and nothing happened.
Okay. It is now the Tarrasque's turn. It is going to
Just
move
Sora sitting there.
and attack. It is going to leave your threat range. It's going to leave everybody's threat range.
Oh.
So everyone's going to get an attack bob.
It's not.
Oh.
You have Sentinel?
I'm stuck to
He's
it.
stuck to it.
That's on you.
Right.
Stuck to it.
It is going to make an attack against the War Chief, not one. So it misses really badly.
But my legendary action makes it crit.
Its second attack against Sora is a 37 hit.
That misses.
Yeah.
36 piercing, and I need you to make a...
That's half of that, please. I have my heal rune activated.
Oh, right. Okay, so 18. Since you were hit by its bite attack, you are now grappled by it. And it is now going to use... I think it has 3 attacks. Never mind, it has more than that. It's going to use...
Infinite.
One of its... Well, it already used bite. So you're in its mouth currently. It is going to use a claw attack against the War Chief. That is a 37.
Yeah.
28 slashing. Then going to use a tail attack against the Ogre Moth behind it. It's going to be a 27 to hit.
Okay.
So, was that? I don't even know if that hits you.
Are its attacks considered magical?
No.
Okay. So I'm damage resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical.
Okay. So yeah, it's not magical. So
Okay.
you take 24 half to 12 from this tail attack. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Even if wait.
It's just if it hits
You're right.
you.
You're right. That's right. I was just calculating. You said 12, right?
Yeah.
So I'm down to 514.
Man, you're struggling out here, man.
22.
Okay, so you were, as this, like the massive tail of this thing hit you, were staggered for like a second, but you weren't like knocked back or knocked prone or anything.
Okay.
It then moves forward 40 feet.
Okay.
So you will get an attack above. You won't, since you're stuck to it. The War Chief and Sora will get an attack above. It's just moving through the buildings.
So do you want a dex save for me to hold on?
Mhm.
Okay, that's
Or
a 25.
That'd be a strength save, actually. Not,
Strength save?
not a dex.
Okay, that's a 22.
Right. Either way, you are safe.
Okay, so the attack of op is just one attack.
Yep, it's your
From each.
action. Yep.
Okay, great.
And I'm going to say it's going to get some distance from the ogre mark. I think since I did get staggered back,
Yeah.
it's going to get some distance before I can attack him. So,
Right.
You said it moved 40 feet,
Yeah, just
I
Yeah,
think, from where you
okay.
were? And you got knocked
So
back.
if you do yours, I'll finish up with mine.
Alright. 5 plus 6 does not hit for the War Chief.
attack just turns off the armor.
19 plus 18 hits with the flail.
Perhaps.
Hmm? So
Yeah.
5 plus 14, 19 bludgeoning.
Okay. So yeah, you hit this thing like on like pretty much the spot that you've been
Wait.
hitting.
I was grappled, does it matter?
Oh,
With the opportunity attack, I just
Right,
realized.
You won't get an attack of
No.
opportunity. I
That's
forgot that
right.
you were
So
grappled.
you're just
Okay,
dragging
yeah,
it
yeah.
Yeah,
with
you're
the-
just getting dragged, and
Okay.
you're getting dragged through buildings as well.
They're just smashing the
Yeah,
building.
just
It's
smashing through
huge.
buildings. Yeah.
So,
So you're not gonna
Yeah.
take like damage from the buildings
Yeah.
really. So
yeah,
So
he's good.
Gem gets
you're
that
you're
that
30
up
feet
too, right?
away from this thing. So it's moving 40 feet. So Jim, this Tarrasque is moving 40 feet towards you, and it's moving just pretty much straight in your direction, and it's just like moving through buildings pretty much.
I am just chilling
Bye.
on a rooftop.
So I
There's a
need,
Tarrasque charging at you.
I need,
You just see these buildings like exploding.
Yeah, pretty-
like,
pretty
coming
much,
towards
yeah.
you. Great.
make a dexterity saving throw to dodge out of the way.
25.
Okay, so with a 25, you successfully dodge out of the
I
way.
just gracefully
There you go.
go to another.
So
Roof.
at this point, this thing is so big, it's covering up so much space to the point where it's almost in like the center of the city where like most of the population is. So like at pretty much at the start of its next turn, it's gonna be in the center of the city, just like killing people, pretty much.
Real quick, I got still to my attacker.
Right.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Is there anything large enough around, like part of a
boulder?
Yeah, okay, you
Yeah.
looked it up. Okay. Is there anything close
Yeah.
around? Okay.
I mean, there's like shards of buildings that you can just
Okay.
crush together
25.
out of it.
Okay. Sorry.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. No, this is more than 4. The other one was 4d10. This is 7d10. That's 18 plus 10, 28. Plus 8, 36.
Okay.
And one more d10.
Okay.
Plus 8, 44. And then it is a plus 8. So 52.
52. Okay.
Yeah. You see the Ogre Mock pick up like part of the wall and building or something like that, basically the side of the boulder, and just chuck it at this thing as it's running away.
You do that to the point it kind of staggers forward a little bit as well.
I hit it with a building. I am fully Voltron at this point.
But it is that's all it's gonna do.
Everett is dragging along by this neck.
Yep.
Ooh, I didn't hit you with the building, did
I don't think you did. I think the Tarrasque probably did. He's going to try to continue to climb up the neck of the Tarrasque by removing one scimitar and just stabbing up, trying to get basically like up underneath.
So go and make an attack roll.
23?
No.
But I'm going to use my other attack.
Okay.
So he's going to try to
just stab again.
Yep. I think that one's better. Wait, no, we don't have advantage now, right?
You do not.
32.
Okay.
Oh, and before this, could he use his bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark? So I meant to do that.
Jeez.
I know.
At least now we can find the thing.
There you go.
You never know. He's sneaky.
It was hit and miss there for a little while.
It's behind a building, like.
They'll never see me.
Just hiding.
Much better. 18 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's my second attack. My bonus action was used to cast that. So then Zenyr is going to fly through. And same thing, just above where I am, try to basically attack the neck.
Right.
See what I can do.
Go to roll it.
And Zenyr has... Actually, you know what? Zenyr is not going to actually attack. Zenyr is going to use Acid Breath.
Okay.
And it's a DC 14 Dex save.
Okay. It's not very dexterous. I rolled a 14.
Okay, so you take half damage.
Just a picture of everyone still hanging on the side of it.
21 points of acid damage across the throat.
Total or half?
Total. Or, I mean, that's half.
Okay.
Yeah. It takes 21 points total. Total was 42.
Okay. Anything else for Evan?
No, he's just going to try to regain his footing where he's at on the Tarrasque's neck and start to, if he can with movement, shimmy around to where he can get towards the back of the neck.
Okay. I'll say you can move like 20 more feet and you're probably another like 60, 80 feet to like the back of the neck.
Okay. Yeah.
Willem, this thing is about 40 feet away from you.
Is it headed towards the tower?
The tower is in the center of the city. It's pretty much, it's not heading in like a direction like just cause, it's just rampaging through the city and it just happens to be going towards the center.
Would insight take my action?
Nah.
Okay. Roll an insight to see, do I feel though it's heading towards the tower which holds both the heart that we just got and Nathane is jailed in the magic tower thing?
Go for it, yeah.
That's a 16.
It's not really like heading for like a specific destination.
Okay.
It's just heading towards like the center, and those things just happen to be there.
Okay.
It's pretty much all it is, just like coincidence.
And how far away from it am I?
40 feet.
Okay, so I am going to the Ogre Mock's movement is 50 feet. So he's going to run up to it, so you can get kind of parallel to it.
Right.
And he's just going to do his 2 slam attacks.
Go for it.
That is 26.
That'll hit.
And 26.
Okay.
26.
Roll to roll
Okay.
damage.
These slam attacks are plus 14,
Yeah.
so it's helpful. So that is 13 plus 6. So 19, then the plus 8.
27.
Yeah, 27 for the first hit. That's bludgeoning. And then 13 and 8.
So 21.
21 and 29.
Okay. So, yeah, you hit him really good. Like the Trask, it's looking kind of like bad at this point. Like a bunch of its like armor is like knocked off. Like the spikes on its back are beginning to like fracture and splinter. It's still on a rampage. It's pretty much trying to destroy as much stuff as it can.
Did I just completely obliterate buildings though when I was running?
Yeah.
Okay. I keep forgetting how big he is. Okay. We're destroying the capital of Thuria.
Destroy it.
Right. Wow.
All right. Anything else for Willem?
No, I'm right alongside of it now, though.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yep.
All right.
That's
Sora.
Okay, she's grappled. So what do I roll to try to get out of it?
I'll assume strength check. It doesn't say, but a strength check.
One roll.
And it says until the grapple ends, the target is restrained.
16 plus 15.
That'll do it. But
She's out.
if you get out of the grapple now, you're pretty much just gonna fall.
But she's putting out her boots.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's
Yeah.
right,
So
yeah.
you're flying still. So yeah. So like you like push out of its mouth, and you're pretty much just like flying next to its head now.
Perfect. Now the question is, so that was an action. Was that my action? Do I need to wait till the next turn? How's that work?
I'll call that your bonus action. Because it doesn't say. It doesn't say like it's an action or anything like that.
Another 2,000 damage.
You know?
Hey, we gotta get rid of this dude. He's messing up too much of the city. All right.
Is he basically in the center of the city now?
Practically, like he's so big that like a third of his body is in the center,
Yeah.
and like another part is just like behind it and everything.
Okay. So that was her bonus action. So she is going to try to hit this thing. She's pissed about being grappled. So
Right.
first attack was a 2. So that does not hit.
I find it so funny that you can still roll single-digit numbers on your attack rolls, and you can still hit stuff.
I was gonna say it's a 2, so 20.
So 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second roll is also a 2.
No,
Good lord. Oh, here we go. 16 plus 18.
There you go.
That hits.
That'll hit.
And last one, 2. Y'all.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Reid, what did you do to me? Pass those 2s over here. Okay. So at least one hit. So now 1d8 plus 14 is 3 plus 4, 17 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Okay. And because she hits him, now she's going to invoke her fire rune to try to shackle him.
The shackle.
You have to succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Does it have a...
Like a size requirement.
Hold, please.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it doesn't have a size
Oh,
requirement.
okay. So a strength save.
Mm-hmm.
29.
Yep.
Oh.
That succeeds. So you are. That's all right. She had to try it. No, that's fine. And her orc war chief is going to try to hit and do what she can.
Where is
Wait, no,
the
he's all the way back. He was in the dust.
Yeah.
He's
He
back
stays
where-
with her.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, it just follows?
Wait,
Yeah, he's within 30 feet of her at all times.
I don't think that... No, once you summon him within 30 feet, he's just there to do whatever... Unless
Okay.
it says... Does it say
It
that...
didn't. That's the problem. It doesn't say like whether he go. Let's see.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where, like, if you summon a familiar,
They
it's
understand.
not automatically, like, moving with
Yeah,
you.
you have to like command it to
Right.
move.
Yeah, they understand in language and obeys my command. Okay, that's all it says. So
So
I'm just making sure.
He's just standing there like...
I'm getting it. I'm getting him to come to where I am.
Right. So he can't attack this turn because he's so far
Correct.
away, but he's
Yeah.
just running.
Yeah, absolutely. He's coming to me. Okay.
Anything else for Sora?
No, that's all.
Jim. So you essentially hopped to like another building that was
Yeah.
like out of the way. You can still, barely see the terrace, Like,
Barely?
No. It's only
How far away am I?
like 40 feet away from you.
Oh,
It was a giraffe.
I was gonna say the bear dog was the one.
that's a 23, but I'm gonna spend one of my psionic dice.
Alex.
Oh my god.
Roll a 1.
Yes.
That's gonna miss.
Polymorph him into a worm, and we'll just throw him into a bag of holding.
That's funny.
I know he's going to save on it. Probably
Yeah.
going to blow that whole spell.
Mhm.
So with a 24, that attack will miss.
Okay, I get that back because it didn't succeed. If I use the psionic die to see if I could succeed and it failed, can I then use something else to see if I can make it succeed? Or is it it's just one per roll?
What is the other thing?
Luck?
Yeah.
I can spend a luck point? Okay, let's see. Nope. Apparently I'm not meant to hit anything this round.
So yeah, you miss.
I am checking the wind again, guys. I lost sight of it because we changed
Lost sight of it.
directions.
Okay. Anything else for Jim?
No.
Okay. So the Tarask is going to once again just press forward through the city. At this point, it's fully like in the center of the city, and like it's still gonna like make attacks on you guys as it's like moving, but it's gonna save a few of its attacks on like stuff like in the center, pretty much.
Don't mess with my tower.
So the first attack is going to be on. It's gonna be on the Dragonborn. The bite attack is a 23, which I think misses.
Does not hit.
It's going to make a claw attack against the Dragonborn, nat 1. Second attack against the Ogre Mock, 22. That hits? Okay. You take 28 slashing.
Okay.
Wait, how far are you from me?
I'm alongside it. I'm what I picture, I'm along like the left side.
So is he within 30 feet of me?
Yeah, like barely.
I mean, I don't think so because I just attacked it. I just hit it. So I think I'm kind of.
I mean, because you're like,
and he's staying close to it because of what he's about to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no because you're like climbing up on its neck and you're like on its side but kind of behind.
No, but remember, I ran 50. It only was 40 away.
So you're
so I was a little behind it. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. I got a little ahead of it, and I did that because of what I'm going to do next turn.
Okay.
But what are we going to do with that?
I'll say sure. Yeah.
Add 6 to your AC.
Okay. So was that the
I rolled a 22.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
so
use Gift of the Metallic Dragon,
it
Protective
is going
Wings.
to make a horn attack against the Dragonborn. It's going to hit 38.
Oh!
32 piercing. And to 16.
Just gotta make sure you.
And it's going to use a tail attack against the Dragonborn as well. It's going to miss. Unless 24 hits.
Okay, it's wiping out buildings.
Yeah. And yeah, with its attacks,
Please.
it's like it's mixing its attacks like between like hitting you guys and hitting buildings. Like with its tail, it kind of like whips around and like hits like pretty much like the full like cone of its tail like takes out probably like 20 buildings and like knocks into your tower too. And your tower, like you can see like the base of it kind of like fractured.
Oh!
I whip my tail
Okay.
back and forth. I whip
Come
my
on.
tail back and forth. Okay, sorry.
But yeah, it's in
Couldn't
the center
imagine.
of the city, and like there were people there, kind of. But I mean, like the Tarask, I mean, it's so huge that it's stepping on people with like no issue. But that's its turn, and it is Everyn's turn.
Everyn is going to, because I was dumb and I shouldn't have moved yet.
I should point out as well, the Tarask looks very unique at this point.
Well, that'll make this
Come
make
on,
more
y'all.
sense. Everyn's going to shimmy back where he was. And is going to take his hands on either side of the wound that he made with the sword and open it further, and then use his breath weapon inside of it.
What's type of damage is it?
Cold.
Cold. Okay. Is it a dex save?
It is a dex save.
I'm gonna say it can't succeed because you're like breathing inside of it, so there's no way for it to really succeed.
Okay, I like it. I'm not going to argue.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Let's see here. So that's 10d6. Ooh, there's a lot of 5s and 6s in
Yeah.
there. 41 points of cold damage.
Yeah. Let's
So
go.
you said you breathe inside of it, but is there any other description you have to give to killing this grass?
I mean, he's just gonna literally go where the
Wow.
blade was and just try to like freeze through there. So I would say, I mean, you could probably see like a cold ring around the neck where he breathed
Right.
in.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. So yeah, you like breathe so intentionally, like you like you said, like a cold ring around its neck, and whenever it falls over, it does fall on your tower. So your tower like gets partially toppled over.
Good lord.
Oh my god!
But when it falls over, it hits the ground. Its head essentially like cold snaps off because like the cold damage and everything freezing it.
So as it's falling, Everyn's going to hold his arm up and yell to Zenyr, and he's going to try to swoop in and grab him and pull him off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Zenyr does that flawlessly.
Okay.
But the Tarrasque does fall.
I didn't want to die. I didn't want to get squished.
Yeah, it's fine. And the last little thing I think is you're just gonna see the ogre mock completely remove the head. Like it's already almost off anyway, but completely just the essence of the Tarrasque is just pouring out.
Yeah.
All over
Yeah, I mean,
tower, everything else.
Yeah, like the streets are flooded. The streets are sufficiently flooded.
Yeah, Sora's glad she's up above that.
Something, you guys make investigation checks real quick. All of you guys.
19.
So you'll see it.
Oh my god.
15.
You'll see it.
Fail
11.
ability
You will
check.
not notice
Maybe
it.
your Drake will see it. And he goes, "Hey, boss, look down there."
look down there, boss.
Alright.
I got like a natural one.
Okay.
So
You can't have
it's
so-
not.
You two, Sora and Willem, as the Tarrasque is, like head like toppled and everything, you can see that the Tarrasque, you can see this strange like light, like these like particle like effects begin to kind of like emanate and radiate off of the Tarrasque, and you can see that all of this energy, it begins to rise up and like swirl into the air. It kind of forms like a mini tornado, and all of this energy kind of like siphons and goes underground.
Whoa. You see that? Willem.
But you two were like kind of like too distracted with what was going on. But it happens in like probably like 6 seconds.
What's underground? What's underneath the tower?
Willem drops the ogre mock form. Basically, you just see like the thing disappear up where its head is. Willem's now there, standing on his carpet of flying. And he doesn't really say anything. You see him looking down and kind of surveying the area, and then he yells down at. Is the tower's gone?
The more or less like like shards of it are gone. Like the top for the most part is still intact. It's kind of like the bottom got like battered.
Okay. Are there people? I mean, now that the thing is gone, like kind of gathering.
Yeah, like that. Like the people that like remain, which I mean, Thuria has like thousands of people in it.
Sure.
So like a bunch of people, like including guards, are like beginning to like come out and like surround like the Tarrasque and are like cheering for you guys and everything.
Okay. You'll see him kind of take off a little bit.
Don't be shady.
No, just trying to think of how this will happen.
Before you take off, you do hear from Everyn. He's like, Willem, I'm sorry about your tower.
The tower matters not. It's just a building. Alex is just pissed about the tower. I mean, I had a cool Twilight inside.
Yeah, but Everyn...
Banners everybody to say Team Edward.
Yeah, Everyn felt bad because, he kind of knocked the Tarrasque into it there.
It happens.
He's like, my bad.
Things happen as they're supposed to. And he raises up into the air, kind of where that tornado thing was. And you see him kind of looking around, and he pulls out something from his robe, and you see him just looking at it. And then really high above the city, you guys hear this kind of like just this boom, like this really loud. I can't make a boom noise, but
as you guys hear that boom noise, you guys kind of like are like, what the hell is going on? Since you're on like still high alert mode from the Tarrasque, and you begin to look up. The sky begins to darken, like it's like probably like around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and the sky begins to very quickly darken to this dark, like pretty much like dark blue color / like black mixed with like dark blue, and you can see miles and miles and miles above you this like bright like baby blue light, like shimmering and like heading towards like just beginning to like descend from the cosmos. And Go ahead and make a nature check.
What did you say the color of the light was?
Like bluish.
Okay.
To nature?
Just to see what it is.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Got a natural 11 for 13.
Well, you know,
Just 12.
you know, looking at it, it's a comet.
Ooh, pretty.
And I'll say with your natural 20, you can see the trajectory of it. It's heading towards the city.
Okay. Can I relay that to everybody?
Yeah.
Guys, look up. There is a comet that is headed straight for us.
The bright star?
Are we all,
I don't have
We all-
anything against that.
are we all in the same vicinity now? We're all in the same area? Okay.
I think only
Where are you?
Willem's up.
Right.
Right. She's
we're
up.
like we're
Yeah, we're down on the ground.
down with it. Okay.
Yeah. You guys can hear me because I'm huge.
Yeah,
still.
and like a bunch of the people like on the ground, they're like, "What the hell is that?" Like they're just like looking up. Like their curiosity begins to like kind of turn into panic because this thing it's hurling towards like the earth very, very quickly, and people are realizing what it is because they can see like kind of like a blue flame behind it as well.
Everyone's gonna turn to like the people and be like, I understand you're probably going to panic. Get people, get your most dear possessions, and get out of the city.
Yeah.
Help the elders, help the children first, but get out.
And Willem's going to swoop down, and I mean he's probably still, I don't know, how tall was the tower?
The tower was like 200 feet tall.
Okay, so he'll swoop down about half of that
Hmm.
and just yell down to everyone, there is no reason to panic. This is the final stage. Everything will be fine. You have all gathered to be part of the final sacrifice to bring Orelak back to Wymsoltin. And you see like the life just kind of drain from him.
Knew it.
And then he just, on his carpet, just takes off to get outside of the blast.
I was
range.
like, Nathane
Hell to
is
the
too
no.
fucking
He
opinionated.
He read the summoning of the comet too.
I had a feeling you had something to do with
Let
it,
me
but
look up the specific name of it.
you're going to be hunter's marked.
I mean, I know, are you?
Huh?
Are you? I mean, can you?
Yeah.
What's the range?
It's
in your ass. That's what the range is.
What's the range of hunter's mark?
Did you fly down?
I went to 100 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will meet you as soon as you go to leave. All I have to do is get within 90 feet.
Well, you didn't say that happened. I already took off.
So
Willem-
if you
Willem-
say that as you're
Everything's
taking
happening
off,
I took off.
simultaneously.
Huh?
Everything's happening
Okay,
simultaneously.
that's right. I mean, you go right ahead.
already. Like,
well, as soon as he
I mean, no,
says
let
you're
him
the
fine.
last sacrifices, I would have gotten on
yeah,
Zenyr and immediately
you
gone
begin
after
to,
him.
like fly
Sure.
upwards, and Willem takes off as well. So
I just have to get within 90 feet of him.
That's fine, yeah.
yeah. I mean that's fine.
That's
like,
all
you
I'm
can
trying to
try
do. Yeah, I just want to get within 90 feet.
You
Hunter's
go-
mark, so I know the direction he goes.
right ahead and do anything you want to now.
Oh my god.
Come on, Jim. It's time to go.
As Willem and
Jim takes off his
Ezra-
mask. No,
Everin,
I'm kidding.
take off. This comet, it's I mean you can hear it like it's like an ear piercing like ring.
I mean, it's
as-
going to be there in seconds.
Yeah, like as it's beginning to come down. You guys have 1 round to do something because after that round, it's colliding with the earth.
And you're right out of town, just took off after me, so.
That is true.
Well, I have my-
Well, I just
The two
had
of
to
them are
get
at
within
ground
90
zero.
feet. As soon as I feel
Yeah.
that he's marked with Hunter's Mark and I can follow him, I don't need to continue. Because I can track him up to 5 miles. So I just need to know what direction he heads. That was my whole point.
I mean, 80, so I'm double moving.
And 80 as well.
Yeah.
So the
He marked me.
Yeah. So you barely got him. He got outside of the city.
Yeah,
and
as soon as he's marked, I'm looping back
Yeah.
to get survivors.
Yeah, like you barely got within range as he was leaving the city, and you marked him, like your spell connected and everything, and you loop back.
Yeah, as soon as I feel like he's marked, I'm looping back. I'm not even saying anything. Zenyr's just going for claw grabs to get Sora and Jim.
All right, so that's what you want to do on
Yep.
this round. What is Sora and Jim doing?
I am so mad.
Well,
right
he
now.
was grabbing. I knew this was gonna happen. He was
I
grabbing
had
us,
I
right?
had a pretty good
I
feeling.
thought you would.
Everett, you're grabbing us.
I'm gonna
but
try
I need to
grab
go
you.
grab her.
Wait, are you
So
still huge?
I'm huge.
And you're
I
fine.
have 40 feet
Mhm.
speed. So what I'm going to do though is double that
Right.
to try to go and grab Jim
Yeah.
and meet Everin so that he doesn't have to come down as far and then
Yep.
go.
Because I
And
can't
Zenyr,
move
who's
as
grabbing
fast.
us, and then he's grabbing us and going.
Okay. So, how far can you move? Like, so you meet back up with them, and you all are like together and like taking
I would say
off
it probably took me like 15 feet to get to where I could mark him.
Mhm.
So it'd be 15 feet to get back to where they were.
Right.
So at that point, it's 130 feet is what I could move for the rest of this round.
Okay, so you can double back, and I'll say like 50 feet to get back. Then you have like 60, 70 more, like 80 more feet.
So it would be, so if it was 15 for me to get to
Mhm.
where he is, to mark him, it would be about 15 for me to get back to where I was, which to my understanding was near where people are,
Yeah.
which leaves me about
130.
130
Yeah, so
feet.
if you're just using all your movement.
Yeah, and he's just gonna, as soon as we grab them with Zenyr, we're going right, like we're not even going up and then out, we're like going over buildings. We're just trying to make a stream.
Oh
Right.
yeah, and by the way, Sora also has her war chief in one hand and Jim in the other, just so that we're
Okay.
clear
Fucking war chief.
that the war chief's coming.
Jeez.
So
those little hit points
Yeah,
are coming
right?
with me.
They have.
The war chief's coming, Jim.
so
Absolutely.
you can pick. So you
I hope
can,
the war chief gets a last
Are
shot.
either of you
Me
picking
too.
someone up besides the war chief? Because you're carrying the war chief. Or are you picking?
No, I'm-
Jim up?
I've got Jim and Sora.
Okay.
I'm huge, so I'm grabbing.
Oh, well, you have your boots too, don't you?
Huh?
huge.
Oh, so I don't
I'm
need to
huge.
grab you.
Gina.
Yeah, so I'll pick up
Yeah.
Jim. I'll take Jim from you, and we'll just
Okay.
keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
anytime I hear the word huge, I
the
think
furthest
of
you can
Ultra
really
Huge.
go,
Huge.
you can go another like 130 just outwards or whatever.
Yeah, that's-
You're not gonna make it outside the city.
Right.
You can make it if you double move 80.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You're
doing.
not able to make it out the city either.
Right.
So this comet, as you guys are beginning to like try and fly out, this
Oh my God, we
comet,
die.
the first thing you feel is the intense like heat radiating off of this thing,
Mhm.
and then the impact and blinding light, and then the
Yeah.
like wave of destruction that comes later.
You want to read what the comet does?
Yeah.
The comet.
So
Oh.
there is a deck
Oh.
save with this, real quick.
Yeah.
With something this big, though,
Deck save
evasion's not going to come in. Like, it's not going to come in handy because it's something that big.
Deck save 25. It's a
Evasion.
fucking 30. I swear to God.
I mean,
12.
Ow! What just fell on my?
okay, but
She's
go
huge,
ahead
so
and read the
stab my toe.
go ahead and read the comment.
Okay. The
28,
comet.
by the way. It's my deck save. Nobody asked me about my deck save.
That's
Asked
right, you gotta
everybody
tell
else.
him.
The comet creates a 50-foot deep, 500-foot radius crater on impact. Any creature in that radius must make a DC 20 dexterity.
Well, you can't get out of it either if it's 500 feet.
I was going way up, too.
Okay.
I mean, no, you tell me. If I can't get out, I'm
You
fine.
use magic to get
Huh?
out. You use magic to get out.
Okay. You tell me how to use magic. to get
Okay.
Dimension door and whatnot exists.
out. May I continue?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
We can continue this retcon of how you
No, hey,
survive.
listen. Let me do the same as them.
Okay.
Okay? No. That's fair.
Okay.
Because it's not about Willem.
Right. No, I understand that.
About Lord Orelak. Must DC 20 dexterity saving throw, taking 30 d10 force damage
Jesus.
on a failed saving throw, or half as much on a successful one.
And what's the success?
A DC 20.
DC 20? Okay.
Yeah. All structures in the crater are destroyed, as are all non-magical objects that aren't being worn or held.
Say that again? All structures are destroyed as well as.
There's just a giant crater beneath us.
Yeah. Pretty much the entire city is
It's gone.
destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So
that was
basically what
30
happened-
damage.
What?
30?
30 d10, but I've got to
yeah,
roll.
they rolled
So,
it.
yeah.
30 D10.
30 D10. So basically,
God.
Lots of
the
little
tower actually held all the hearts. The Thane was lying. So,
Of course he was. He was
Yeah.
a skis bag.
Yeah, he
The
absolutely
moment
was.
I met him.
Yeah.
No offense, Reggie. You played him well.
Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, you guys go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
already
guys
did.
We did.
Oh, I need to do mine.
25.
Hold on. Let me
Okay.
find.
We all got above 20, right?
Failed.
No, she failed.
Oh.
She's too big.
Nope. Nope. Failed too.
Okay, so go ahead and I'll allow you to roll the 30 D10.
Yeah, well, it'd be easy here.
Yeah, right. That's why when I was like 10, I was like, I'm not even counting dice. So
Your iPad's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Only 30.
D&D Beyond's
bro,
like, that's
D&D
too many
Beyond.
dice. That's
They're
not a
gonna-
real
They're probably
thing.
going to charge me for it. Oh gosh. Oh, that's so my screen is like.
Lots of ones and twos.
That is 140
So half.
force damage. So you guys both take 70.
Ah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are fine.
Love you.
Oh, wait, no.
Okay, so following the aftermath from this thing, from the comet striking Thuria, you guys lose your hearing and your vision for probably like a straight 2 minutes. You're kind of just like, you get knocked out of the air. I'm not even gonna make you roll a save. You guys get knocked out of the air and hit the ground, and you guys lose your senses for 2 minutes straight. And when you finally come to, everything, Thuria is a crater. Thuria is gone, reduced to nothing.
My gosh.
All the buildings,
Why would you do
everything
that
is
to your
gone.
creation? It's ridiculous.
What you can see, the one thing that you can see is in the very center of the city, where the tower was, you can see this intense light radiating out of it. And you can see that this light is kind of flickering. And if you guys move towards it, the light begins to flicker and flicker more as you get closer.
I think I'm alright.
Sora's hurting really badly.
I gave you that potion of greater healing or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's Supreme.
It's time to use it.
10D.
What was it?
Oh yeah, does Willem die?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
10d4
Yeah, he was still
plus
hooked on.
20.
With my
So
Hunter's
automatically you
Mark,
get 20.
while they're doing this, with my Hunter's Mark, do I feel like Willem is in the direction of the tower or the opposite direction?
What's the range of Hunter's Mark, though? Once you mark someone, it's not.
5
it's
miles.
it's 5 miles,
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, so that was. Okay, so I took the potion of supreme healing. So that was 26 plus 20, so 46.
Does it help a little
Came
bit?
back helps, absolutely. Any little bit helps. And then. Sorry. She's gonna use her second wind to regain some hit points also.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
that's
yes, yes.
1d10 plus 20. Let's see.
Yeah,
All right,
it's-
24.
It doesn't say that.
Didn't say what.
The range after.
I mean, I can't imagine it's infinite, but
No, I'm pretty sure it's. I thought it was 5 miles. I
That's
could
right.
have sworn.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
But it doesn't. It's like they removed that out of the spell. Now it says.
I mean,
Cast a spell 34th level.
Yes, Jessica.
I
gonna
feel
go-
like if it's Hunter's Mark, is it concentration?
Yes, it is concentration.
I feel
this
like
is
if
you.
you're
I think
able
I have to
to,
make a
it's
wisdom
You can make a
indefinite,
big save
right?
then.
Well, I can't even make that, can I?
I mean,
If I took 70 damage, you
Yeah,
can't make
no.
that wisdom save.
no, I'm not even gonna
You're
say
like,
it.
ah!
Yeah,
Fuck!
yeah, because
Yeah.
like I said, you lost your senses, so your Hunter's Mark dropped.
Yeah. Because I can't even make if I take 70 points.
No.
Because isn't it half?
Nighttime right now?
I'm gonna assume.
The sky is still dark.
Why? I mean, we've just the whole planet, so
Yeah, I'm gonna assume
Yes.
that the orc war chief I was carrying is gone.
You're not carrying him anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you're carrying a pile of ash.
Oh no, he flipped through my hands.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
he's Casper, the friendly ghost. All right.
I'm going to take out an item. It's a figurine of wondrous power. It's a silver crow.
Hmm.
I'm going to turn it into a real crow and send it near the tower
Right.
to report back to me what's there.
Okay. So
Nice.
it flies towards the tower. Since you guys were relatively close, it doesn't take long for it to get there. About like 2 minutes later, it comes back. It describes in the bottom of this crater, it seeing some sort of strange vault. Everything in there for the most part is annihilated. There are few things like magical items that are battered and destroyed, but the crow sees this other object It describes a pretty much like a jagged sphere that is radiating this like silvery light off of it.
Would there be any like rooms? You know, since they had so many like magical rooms in the tower too, that would still be like intact, or is everything just gone except for these
Underground?
artifacts?
There would be.
Yeah.
Up above ground.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Underground there would be.
Right.
We need to head to that tower. Apparently, there's still something shimmering inside of there. So, everybody, pile on Zenyr, and we'll head that direction.
So,
and Everyn just jumps on the back.
As you guys begin to head closer and closer to this object, you can hear what sounds like it's very similar to like a heartbeat. It just has like more bass to it.
Okay.
So you can hear it, and it sounds like like if you would like compare to like a BPM, beats are getting like further and further between. And when you guys reach like pretty much like the rim of the crater, it stops. Whenever it stops, you can hear you can really feel it first. And what you feel is kind of like this like low rumbling from like beneath your feet and kind of like all around you as well. And it's just a rumbling that just persists. It doesn't stop.
Are we near the spear that I was told about?
The spear?
That jagged spear? Is that what you
Sphere.
said? Oh, jagged sphere?
Yeah.
I'll grab that. Whatever was showing that light is what Everyn's going after once we land.
So yeah, that sphere, that's what was giving off like the magic and light. Even like feeling it, you don't have to do any sort of check. You can feel like the intense energy coming off this thing, even in this state. But any sort of like real magic that was here is gone. You more or less think the comet hitting this thing is what did it.
Do I see any other... You know what? While we're in that room, just gonna hit up a detect magic real quick while I'm grabbing that sphere.
Okay.
Just to see if there's anything else magic around it.
Like on the sphere or just in general?
Just in general, like detect magic. So like I'm just looking for anything giving off, not identify.
Oh, okay. So when you cast detect magic, the first thing that you really like see and sense is this thing, the thing that you're holding. And it's giving off like every single like type of magic that you can think of, and some colors that you've never seen before coming off of this thing. And like the other like kind of like magic items that were in this vault, you can see as well, but the magic is fading on them.
Just gonna grab what's there.
Okay. So yeah, it's just like fragments of like magic items plus the object that you have now.
Okay. Yeah, just put them in the bag and hold it.
Okay.
Including the sphere.
So, with your detect magic, you can sense like what's the range of it? 60 feet, 30 feet.
30 feet. Yes, a 30 feet sphere.
Okay, so from here you can see, you kind of like turn to the right and you can see what looks like a larger magical object, but it's behind a door.
Just gonna look at Zenyr and
move that door.
Hey, can you guys open that door?
She's huge.
Look at Sora and Zenyr and just be like, hey, knock that door down.
So yeah, the door kind of got shaken up very heavily from the comet, so it's really easy to break down. And whenever you do break it down, you can see Nathane in the room, and he is just kind of like in like a shock / like kind of like comatose state.
As soon as the door opens, you're gonna hear Everyn, "You fucking worm," and immediately go straight up to him and pull one of the scimitars out and put it in his throat.
He when you break the door down, he just says, "I was only doing what I was told. That was all."
You didn't think to question what it was you were doing? You were obviously part of this ritual. You and Willem.
When I was created, I wasn't created to question things.
What do you mean when you were created?
He kind of like takes off like the like shirt that he's wearing. It's already like torn and everything, and he takes it off, and like around where his heart is, you can see him like pretty much like pressing into his skin. And whenever he does that, you can see like this like pretty much pressure plate like open up, and he opens like pretty much his chest, and you can see just like magical like essentially just like some sort of like magical heart in his chest, and like you can see like underneath his body, he's not human. if you can compare it to something, he's like an android. Like he's just made of magic. I wasn't created to question, I was created to serve.
How do we overturn what's been done? And if you cannot answer that, I promise you will meet your master soon. You will go first, and he will be next.
Speaking of the master.
He's my master.
Okay, and how do we overturn what he's done? He's bringing great evil to this land. You have 3 seconds.
He doesn't really give like an answer, he's just like stammering.
Do it, Everyn.
Scimitar goes straight through where he showed his heart was.
Whenever you hit him, it doesn't like you pierce where like the heart is, but you can see a magical like force field appear over him. I'm not gonna die by your hand. I can't die now, period.
We'll see about that.
He's going to take a step back, and Zenyr is just going to let go of an acid breath right at him. With all of us out of the way in that room, he's just going to bury him with acid.
So he begins to kind of like puffs his chest out a little bit, and he was slouched over, but he's kind of walking with like swagger and confidence, and he begins to like kind of walk out of the room. And whenever you like shower him with acid, it just hits this force field. And after he does that, and after like if you guys want to attack him, you can, but after he begins to like kind of walk out of the room, he just holds up this little like object, and he just says, "Kind of handy, huh?" It's this small like cube.
Oh no.
I'm
gonna sleight of hand. Take it right from him.
You will do a sleight of hand to put it away. What's your sleight of hand?
25.
26.
Oh my god.
You see, him and I are the same, but I serve him, yes, and I serve his goals. That's why I was created, to help him reach his goals, and I'm not meant to protest or put my opinion in when it matters to him. I am him, in a sense, if you can wrap your head around it.
So our friend Willem has been this the whole time?
You know, I'm gonna
Where
be
is
honest,
that fucker?
I really never even liked the
so
guy.
pissed.
You know.
Can I go ahead?
So
So from fairly far above you guys, you just hear, "You're wasting your time with him." Willem's a couple hundred feet above you.
As Willem approaches and says that, the rumbling is getting much more intense.
It won't be long now. You were not sacrificed, but you will be.
Can I do an
Especially you,
insight
Jim.
onto the sphere that I have to see if I can figure out what it is?
Make an Arcana check.
It's a Rubik's Cube.
That's actually good. 20, not natural.
So, whenever Nathane was speaking of the primal hearts and everything, and speaking of what all of them will turn into once they are all in one place, the heart of creation, you think that's what this is. But the magic that was in the heart of creation was used.
Okay.
So they're down below me.
They're like 250 feet down from you, since they're in a 50-foot crater.
You see Willem start to lower down towards fairly quickly.
Sora, watch the door, and he's gonna walk in the room where what's his face just walked out. Nathane just walked out, and he's going to set the heart down and back away and look at Zenyr and say, "Do it." And he's going to try to acid breath that as well. So I rolled a 5 on my recharge.
Okay.
So he has the acid breath back.
So you acid breath the heart, nothing happens to it. The acid just rolls right off the heart and just sizzles the ground.
It's basically an artifact.
Yeah.
He had a feeling that's what would happen, but had to
It's
try
also-
it.
Yeah,
One
absolutely.
What's an artifact?
Just
Big
uber,
mean
like,
things to it.
yeah,
Maybe
like an
it'll.
uber powerful magic item.
Got it.
I mean, it's a heart. If you break it with
Let me-
mean words.
There you go.
let me know when Willem gets 150 feet from
Okay,
everybody.
yeah.
So-
At this point, after the acid breath.
Yeah, once nothing happens there, he's just gonna quickly grab it and drop it in a bag of holding.
You come back out, or
Yeah, he'll walk back out.
when he gets within 150 feet, I don't know if you want us to. What do you want us to do?
Do you have a speech prepared?
No.
Okay. So as you are beginning to lower, like, to them, you can all see Willem beginning to, like, it's some sort of, like, magic that you, like magic radiating off of him that you've never really felt before. And it feels like pure death energy. He points a finger at you, or no, at you.
Sora.
What are your hit points at?
160.
Okay. He points a finger at you, and you can feel this kind of like sinister magic energy begin to like build up around him. And before Willem can get this spell off, like I said, the ground is like rumbling and like it's getting much more intense. But you can all feel and hear something tunneling to you very, very, very rapidly. And you can all see this thing much, much larger than a Tarrasque burst through the floor and with one fell swoop punches Willem down to the ground and kills Willem.
Good job, buddy.
And
Whatever
standing
this thing is.
before
Enemy
you,
of my enemy.
I know.
standing before you is this probably like 20,000 foot tall, just Titan.
Did you just say 20,000 foot?
He'd be in the atmosphere then.
Yeah, he is.
Oh shit! Okay, fuck.
He's like, I understand what I said.
He is. Standing before you is the thing you've heard so much about. The thing you were trying to stop. Orelak is standing before you now.
Hey guys, I'm Orelak.
Mickey Mouse voice.
Sorry,
Enjoy the astral
And-
plane, bitch.
So Orelak pretty much looks like this, like an earth elemental for all intents and purposes. And you can see Orelak.
I'm just gonna slowly get out my potion of poison.
Give it to yourself.
Poison yourself.
You can all see
Alrighty.
Orelak beginning to essentially punch down in the location where you all are. But before that can happen, like either you guys are like looking away or bracing for the impact or whatever, the scenery suddenly changes. And you guys are miles and miles away from Orelak. Like high, like not high above, just miles and miles away. And standing behind you is the man that you were talking to before.
I knew we could trust him.
The stranger.
Whatever.
Who's this
He
dude?
said whatever.
Sir, if you don't tell us what's happening right now.
Well, thought it was pretty obvious. I mean, Orelak was summoned, and I thought it was necessary for me to get you all out of there before you all died.
Did you know what Willem was working on?
No, I did not.
So why were you in the city that day?
Because I sensed that you all were. I wasn't lying when I said I knew who you all were, and that
Who are you and how do you know us? If we don't know you, how do you know us?
well, when I said I was a guide, I wasn't lying about that either.
You know, you said that if we saw each other again, we'd know your name.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Sir.
That's not my name.
I was
Not
close
Sir.
to Gary.
I'm Slim Jim.
Fixius.
Oh, that was nowhere close to Gary.
What did you say it was?
Fixius.
Fixius?
He's the god of fixing this.
Fix your up or what?
I was going to
Fixer
say
upper.
he's a god of,
Fixius.
There you go.
Oh, that's-
That's
Well-
Fixius?
There you go.
Fixius, I appreciate you getting us out of there. I would have liked a little bit more warning. I think you might have had some type of insight. Just a tad.
Well, Orelak coming to this world, it was an inevitable thing. He always shows up at some point in time.
I don't mean to be rude, but I feel like time is of the essence, and
Well, look over.
how do we destroy him?
So whenever you like look over at Orelak, he's frozen, and the like area around you is frozen as well.
Whoa.
Um,
What do we
Sora
do?
has very low intelligence, so she's just like,
Does Sora
what
take a
the
drink?
F is happening? She is drinking from her trusty tankard of pudding right now.
I rolled a
Like,
17.
I don't know what's
so
happening, but y'all tell me.
For what?
where
I,
you
I
need
was
me.
doing perception or like
Oh,
him
yeah.
in general, like wisdom. Is he about to get angry? Like,
What? I wasn't lying when I said I was a guide, and when I said that you were familiar, not this version of you, of course, just past versions or other alternate versions of you.
I knew it.
In the past, here on this plane, I forget what form you took, but I believe you were known as the champions of the Sapphire Star in the past here. And in an alternate world, not on this world, I forget the name of it, starts with an M.
Man ass.
You are currently... Well, there are 3 of you now. One will join you shortly. Currently hunting down shiny rocks for a dragon. But I digress.
I knew that's why he couldn't tell us. There's so many paths. He didn't know which one was coming to fruition.
So, Orelak is an entity of pure, raw, magical power. And he seeks to consume any magical power that he can get his hands on. And if you can compare Wymsoltin to a body part, Wymsoltin would be a heart. Just as a heart pumps blood through a body, Wymsoltin pumps magical energy through the multiverse.
Oh no.
And Orelak has destroyed other versions of Wymsoltin in the past, and other versions of you have tried to stop him but ultimately failed. Because there is no true way to stop him. There's no way to kill him or stop him. There is a way to slow him down, however. But, like I said, I'm a guide.
what must be done?
If you can find some way to, I don't know, separate him, send his essence throughout other versions of the multiverse, either send them to space or send them to different dimensions, cut his essence off into multiple pieces and send them away from each other.
Is this of any importance? And Everyn's gonna pull out the heart once they all fuse together that he had in his bag.
Well, there's still some magic coming off of it. Magic that would be potent enough to at least get rid of the outer shell on Orelak. And after that, I mean, cutting off body parts wouldn't be super difficult, but not
Oh my
easy.
God.
Remember, he's 20,000 feet tall.
Yeah. It's going to be a task, but I believe you can all be successful.
We just took out a Tarask, so
Just
There
on
you
the
go.
same thing. Gross.
It's going to
We've been
involve...
working together too much.
It's going to involve... Getting rid of a shell isn't the hard part, but his outer body isn't hard, or it's not easy to get rid of. On the inside, however, there are essentially pressure points that can be released to separate his essence and fragment
get
his
swallowed.
body.
Or
And
go up
whenever
other
his
places.
body is fragmented, I will do the rest.
okay. How do we get on the
So we just
inside?
need to separate him, is what you're saying.
Indeed.
But right now he's frozen.
Indeed.
How long will he be frozen? How long can you hold this? Can you hold it long enough for me to get back and use this heart to remove most of the outer shell?
I can. After that, I'm afraid you're on your own. Well, until his body's fragmented. Then I will have enough power to send his essence throughout the multiverse.
Sora,
Okay.
I need you to get me as high enough to the ass crack as possible. That's the
Understood.
closest.
I mean,
He's
the closest
I mean,
point.
my wing boots
sounds
can
like
only
a
go...
Friday night.
Jim. He's frozen. We can just, if he can hold it, you can go through the nose or the mouth. You don't.
That's too
have to-
high. That's too high.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to cut some time down.
I will be going through the mouth. So
Again, sounds like a Friday night.
You all can do whatever you like.
He does have an asshole.
This guy's standing here just like, gross.
Jim, he does have an asshole, right?
I've never been curious enough to find that out.
Well, I guess I'm your guy. Let's go.
Well, I suppose.
I've got to learn how to not do this.
Fucking Jimminy Cricket.
But he is standing there, and the last thing he says is, after you all compose yourselves.
Or a urethra. If we're
Oh
being...
my gosh. I'm sorry, DM.
It happens.
Continue.
Or a vagina. I don't know what gender we're working with here.
He says, after you all fragment this body, I will do the rest.
Okay, let's get to it.
I don't think it's too much of me to say, but the multiverse does depend on this to work. If you fail, I mean, this world is gone, just like the others.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, and Jesus doesn't exist. Oh, Lord.
But act with haste.
Oh,
Are you claiming yourself?
Oh, God.
Poor Reggie's just... We're almost there.
Jim, something happens like scary,
Sora.
and Jim's like, "Oh Lord, Jim, do you guys see this?"
He does mention that
There's no asshole.
maybe the pressure point
My
would
cough.
perhaps be on his arms and legs.
Oh. Well.
Oh, yeah, like
Where
in the
it
video
connects
game
to the
where it's
torso.
like hit, ding,
There you go.
little ring.
But like
You get
on
there?
the
Yes.
inside.
Okay.
On
The
the
shooting
inside.
games, yeah.
But on the inside.
On the inside.
Okay.
So if he removes his outer shell of the heart with a heart, is that exposing the insides, or do we need to physically
That
go
is
into the
exposing.
body?
How do I
Insides.
use
Okay.
this?
Okay.
He
I don't-
reaches out
I don't need to
and
go to the ass
essentially,
crack
palms
anymore.
it like a basketball,
Mhm.
and you can see kind of like the cracks on it partially reform, and he charges it with like a very minuscule amount of like magical energy, like enough to like destroy the outer shell on
So-
Orelak.
I just place this on his chest, and it'll do the rest.
Ideally,
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Getting
Sure.
with you.
Pulling up our bootstraps. Let's go.
Are you still huge?
Once.
Yeah, I'm
Is
so
there a
huge.
time limit on that, though?
It's 10 minutes. How long's it been?
it's about been 10 minutes.
Okay, so she's back down to regular size then.
As soon as he gets the outer shell, you just shuck me
Okay.
to one of the
Chuck.
To one of the pressure points.
14,000
One of the
feet
pressure
tall.
points
yeah.
on his
He is
legs.
20,000 feet tall.
And she's not huge anymore.
I'm not huge anymore, so I can't.
So she's going to fly you 40 feet at a time. So you'll be there sometime in 6 months.
There you
Hey, get on, losers. We're taking the
Get on,
dragon.
losers.
Wait,
We're
how
taking
do
the-
we
Yes,
how do we
me.
do that then?
go.
Figure it out. It's D&D.
I just said, get on, losers. We're taking
We're-
a dragon.
We're going to see Orelak.
All right. I'm on.
Let's go.
Okay, but yeah, you guys all get on the dragon and take off. You guys, you're not super far from Thuria. You're still in like the Thurian region, but you're not in like the main city.
Mhm.
So you're probably
Well,
like
nobody is. It's
yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah, so you're like
Suburbs.
you're like 5 miles out.
Starbucks.
And it probably takes you like 3 hours to get there, and then like another like probably like
So we're not miles away.
Is
We
this a
are
short
ways
rest?
He
away.
can't teleport him back?
no, he doesn't have like the magical power to do that because he's
Oh.
free. The entire world is frozen, not
I
just
gotcha.
like this area.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's gonna take you probably like just flying nonstop, like close to like 10 hours to
Oh.
just get to
Oh
like
my
Your
this.
dragon's gonna be
God.
tired as
So your
shit.
dragon's gonna be exhausted.
It's fine.
Okay,
Oh.
so you get to like the center of like his chest,
That kicks Odin, too.
and I would assume take it out of your bag of holding.
Oh yeah, he's had it out the whole time
Okay.
since it's been charged. He's like
You've just been holding it.
ready.
So you take it and you
Just holding a glowing
just like
ball.
palm it as hard as you can into like the center of Orelak's chest.
Mhm.
And whenever you do that, nothing really happens at first. The magic from the heart fades, but you don't see anything visible happen. But
But that guy did say that it was going to do something, right?
yeah, you said
Everyn's not going to wait.
He's going to wake
As
him up.
soon as he slams it in there, like he is going to take off towards the mouth.
Okay.
Why the mouth? We just discovered we don't have to go in.
But how are you guys breathing now? You're 20,000 feet in the air.
It's D&D. Shut up.
I'm sorry. They have space in D&D, asshole.
I'm gonna cast water breathing on everybody.
Okay.
It puts a bubble of oxygen
does.
around us in water, right?
It
No,
does.
air bubble does. Water breathing lets you breathe in water.
Right.
You're not water.
I thought it made a bubble around your head.
No, that's what air bubble does.
Nope, then I can't do it. It's
No,
just
I
water,
think-
apparently.
I think
I'll
water
say-
breathing
Lets you
something-
breathe water. You basically get like gills.
Something does, though.
Yes, air bubble. I can say it again.
Something that says water at the front of it because
So-
I had it with Ula.
To reach his mouth, you
Yeah,
guys are going
wait
to have to
later.
do Constitution saving throws to essentially like remain conscious, since you are breaking the cloud line. So, but
DM.
What kind of saving throws?
con saves. So yeah, whenever you palm it into his chest, nothing happens at first. The magic fades from the heart, and time begins to slowly unfreeze. Like as you're like flying up. So you fly it for maybe like 10 minutes and time begins to slowly like unfreeze. And whenever it fully unfreezes, you can see like the pieces like on Orelak begin to like crumble, and you can see like flesh underneath. Like it's essentially like pretty much like a new like mountain is being formed underneath Orelak as these pieces are like falling off.
So I could probably run on what I'm seeing.
Run on what you're seeing.
Yes, if it's like a mountain, I can
trying to run
use
on
it to
him?
like
Well,
traverse.
it's not gonna like reach to like how tall Orelak is. Like on the bottom, it's like a new mountain formation, like going upwards. Like it's gonna eventually be like that when all the
Okay.
fragments are off. The full form of Orelak is he's not as tall now because a bunch of his height was like pretty much like rock. So
Oh.
he like pretty much like a good like 2/3 of his height got like cut in half, or like not cut in half,
Okay.
like got cut off.
Right.
Right.
Hold on a second, guys. 2/3.
So he's like
Half.
7,000 feet tall.
Yes,
20,000 divided by 3.
it's like just a little below 7,000.
Two squiggly lines. 7,000.
But Orelak,
So
his full form underneath all the rock, it's
He's only like 6,000 square feet.
Yeah, he's 6,000 square feet.
there you go.
Like 6,000 feet tall now.
He's a target.
There you go. He is this like probably like 6,500 foot tall, like horned beast, a horned and winged beast with tentacles like withering off of him.
Sora just sees him as like, nope.
Right
devil.
over it.
Will they call me the devil in the trees? Let's go.
It's just
Yeah, Jim's finally like, let's come on, finish this.
Yeah, Jim's growling the whole time we're
The
up there.
whole
Yeah,
time.
the whole time.
you think she is, but she's snoring.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
So he's not nearly as tall, but he's still, a very intimidating target.
He's still massive.
Yeah. So are you guys just flying straight up?
I mean, right for a joint.
Okay. So as you guys are like flying up, you do see kind of like from like above the cloud line, you can see a hand like swoosh under. You guys make dex saves.
God
As Orelak
bless
swings at
it.
you all.
Oh, 19.
What,
19 passes.
25.
25 definitely passes.
24.
24 will pass as well. So yeah, when Orelak swings down at you guys, the air around you like jostles, the dragon that you're riding and everything, but you do avoid it like barely.
Wind check.
One check.
Oh,
Which direction does it go now?
Survival, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
There is no wind. Wind does not exist currently.
Not to me.
But you guys flying like up to his chest, you probably have to fly another like 500, 700 feet to get to like where his mouth is. That's like the closest point of entry into his body.
I didn't think we had to go in now. Do we have to go in now?
You guys can either go in or like fly back down to like his like joints and everything.
I was going to say, if you guys want to go after the legs, that's fine. I'll go in through the mouth. Zenyr can take you guys both back down to the legs, and you can try to take out the legs and the torso.
Just let him do the dirty work.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's go.
We're ready, let's go.
Okay, so
Mhm.
you guys have to take out 5 points in total. Just like pretty much detaching his head, his arms and legs.
Go for the head first.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So, are you two? I would assume like going for like separate, like one.
The arms,
I
yes.
can't-
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
Be on my own.
I thought Zenyr was.
Yeah,
Zenyr's
Zenyr's going to
taking
stay with
me.
you guys.
Oh, I didn't know
But,
that.
and I
but
still
you
have
can
my
separate.
wing boot,
Yeah.
so Zenyr's taking me
Makes
in.
sense.
Okay, so
Yeah.
at the head, I need you to make pretty much just like attack rolls against it.
Okay.
Make 4 attack rolls total. If you hit high enough, the pretty much like the points on the head that are like magically connecting it are going to disconnect.
Okay.
Because it's not like you're trying to like decapitate him. You're trying to like pretty much disrupt like magical connections on his body.
And before Everyn leaves, he's going to let Zenyr know to listen to Sora and Jim, whoever is still riding him at the time, and make sure that he keeps him safe.
And I need you two to do that as well.
What do I attack with?
Just any weapon.
Whatever.
So with the
Okay.
psychic blade is fine. Okay.
I don't want to do that. I want to do something
I
different.
really don't want to do this. Right?
13 plus 18?
Does a 20 hit?
20 different.
Do you want
Okay.
me to tell you all 4 of them out loud, or roll them all first and then tell you?
Just roll them. You can just roll them all first.
Okay.
And afterwards. It's pretty much going to be like the overall of what it is.
Okay, so do I roll damage for the 1 hit that I had of the 4, or
No, it's really just to see if you can
Okay.
connect good enough. I mean,
I rolled a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 7.
The worst.
I have plus 13. So
Well, everyone knows you were helping Willem the entire time.
apparently, pulling my punches.
You want the total though of the hit, right? Not just the
Right, just the total of the hit.
28, 15, 12, and 25.
okay. So with your hits, you managed to kind of like flying around him. You can see what Fixius was talking about. Like on his joints, pretty much like connecting body parts. You can see these like magical like nodes, pretty much. And whenever you go and like attack them, if you hit them hard enough with any magical weapon, which you guys have, they will kind of like blow up / just fade away.
Okay. And
And-
so I got one thing? Like, what do I...
Yeah.
You got 2, right? Because you had 2 above 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I only got 1.
Oh god. Sora just. Here we go.
31,
Okay.
29,
Okay.
23, nat 20.
Good enough.
Nat
Good
20?
enough.
Oh my god.
So,
That
yeah,
arm better be gone.
That arm is gone. So yeah,
Ew.
you kind of like flying around it, just like hitting like the magical nodes that you were told about. And you can see after you hit like 4 of them, his arm detaches, but it doesn't fall or anything. His arm, it's kind of like being connected by like magical tendons,
Oh.
kind of. You disconnect like or like damage 2 of them good enough to where like it does that. And you can see his arm like partially like dangle off. You just have to hit like 2 more like good enough.
So you're saying that there's not a tsunami under the arm that was just removed?
Nah, not really.
Because that's what I was like, that massive arm hitting is going to make a huge tsunami for this world.
I got
So-
a 21.
I gotta go again.
So another
It's going to land
node
in
is gone.
Thuria. It's already screwed anyway.
Yeah.
21.
Drown the land in blood, I guess.
Ooh, 24.
Okay, so yeah, the other 2 magical nodes on the arm that you were attacking, you like flew back around and you like stabbed into them really with your psychic blades, and those that arm became disconnected and it's being held together by magical tendons.
Same thing with the head. I hit with all 4 of those ones.
So how do we
I had
get rid
over
of the
20 of those.
tendons?
Like with all of them.
Yeah, with all of them.
Okay,
I
so
think
yeah,
that's
with,
what
with
Fixius
yours,
is going to do.
since it's the head, you know, like the thing that keeps the body alive,
Mhm.
you like hit like all like 4 nodes around the head. These were like a little more difficult to hit or like deal real damage
Yeah, so
to.
so you have the numbers. It was 21, 25, 25, 24.
Yeah, all of them
Were
good.
those 4?
All
Okay.
of them are good. So yeah, with those, you like his head begins to kind of like with like a kind of like a guttural roar. It gets cut off because his head begins to kind of like fall backwards, and like his head's same thing, like being connected by like magical tendons. But since his head is like partially disconnected from his body, his like the rest of his body essentially kind of like goes limp, which gives you guys some sort of ease to like more or less get the legs.
Go
like,
down
the
the
legs.
legs.
So,
I rolled for the leg, one leg.
yeah, Everyn's going to take off
I
down
would've-
towards the legs because I think you would be able to get there with Zenyr first. So Everyn's going to start working his way down.
Yeah, whatever arm I was at, I would just go to the leg directly under.
Okay.
And I got 20, 21, 22, and 28.
Okay, yeah, that leg. Pretty much all of you guys are like you hitting like the leg. It's probably like a 10-minute gap. since you have to fly down.
Yeah.
But yeah, that leg, he's only standing on one leg now, but he's essentially like on a knee. He is still somehow like remaining like conscious and like moving around, but it's very like slow and sluggish. Like he's like barely holding himself up with like his arms being disconnected and everything, but with the leg being disconnected, like magical tendons are like barely holding it together.
Right.
All right, Sora went down to the leg below her. 37, 29, 20, and 20. And she's pissed. Because
So,
they
yeah.
should all be that 37.
You furiously attack the magical points on the leg, and with that, that was the like final piece that you essentially needed to like disconnect everything. Whenever the last part becomes disconnected, all of like the magical tendons, since like nothing is like really connected to the body anymore, kind of like begin to like break away. Like it's kind of like glass. Like they kind of like break away and shatter like glass.
Just
Like that.
Just like it.
And all of the body parts just like kind of like fall to the ground, like including like the torso and everything. And whenever they hit the ground, it causes like a mini earthquake.
Yeah. Good thing no one's alive.
Yeah. I guess Willem did something good. So with that, you can all see probably like 5 minutes later, the same individual.
Fixius.
Yeah, Fixius appears like behind you guys, and he just says, "Well, job well done." And he begins to raise like the wooden staff that he had, and you can see this like kind of like greenish light begin to appear like above the staff and around Orelak's body parts, and you can see Fixius like straining as he's trying to like contain the magic within Orelak and trying to like send them. He's essentially doing like 3 spells at once.
Right.
So, seeing him doing this and having been burnt before by Willem,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Everyn is just maneuvering around. I rolled a 28 for stealth to just be ready that if anything happens, he's going to take a scimitar and try to put it straight through his neck.
He's not able to like focus on you. He's not focusing on. He's really not focusing on any of you at all. He launches the body parts like high in the air, and you can see pretty much like 5 or 6 portals open up, like 2 for the arms, 2 for the legs, 1 for the head, and 1 for the torso. Yeah. And they just like appear in like random parts in like the sky, and he scatters them. And after that, like a moment later, the portals close.
Everyone's broken now.
It's a good day
Everyn's pissed.
when I don't have to go into some giant monstrosity's asshole. I'll just say that right now.
Did you actually?
Nobody said you
No, I
had
didn't.
to. Just to be clear, Jim.
Would have.
Jim,
I would have.
we understand your sacrifice that you would have made, and we're
Just-
grateful for it. Even if you didn't have to.
I'm grateful I didn't have to. I'm glad that it didn't come to that. You know.
Fixius at this
Agreed.
point like fully like collapses onto the ground and just like splays out and just like
Oh no.
he's just like taking a breather. He's not unconscious or anything, but he was pretty much casting like 3 or 4 spells at once.
You can't cast the skill more than one spell at once.
Fixius is cool though.
I
He's
get
not a
out my
person, he's a
tankard
god.
of plenty and it fills with 3 things of dwarven ale.
Fixius like without real hesitation takes it and just like downs it and then, like
I think you say pour it out.
Yeah, there
And
you go.
Sora,
Thanks.
Sora
You don't
pulls
need
hers
this.
out and says, "This one's for me.
Right.
Don't touch it."
You all deserve it. It's not. This is the first time Orelak has been stopped in a sense. I mean, it's unfortunate that many people died for not for this, but for Orelak to be here. But their deaths prevented the deaths of millions. Wymsoltin would not be here if it wasn't for you 3.
Exactly. Just us 3.
Just the 3 of us.
Just the
Just
3
No
of
one
us.
else's name will be
Just
mentioned
we and I.
Yeah, I don't
or
even-
known in history.
And
anymore.
I'm sorry.
I don't
Willem
even know
killed so
how.
many people. He's gonna be good.
I don't even know how this happened. It came out of nowhere. No one incited this. No one caused it. It was just natural, you know?
Did Willem have like a pencil-thin mustache too, or did he curl it up on the ends?
He didn't exist. I don't know what you're
No, but
talking
can
about.
I would say not too far away from you guys, but far enough. You see the Thane standing,
Ugh.
and you just hear, in Willem's voice, "See you all very soon." And then steps through a portal and disappears.
Yeah.
Fixie is like kind of like laying down. He like looks up to like see it, and then afterwards, after Willem disappears, just like falls back down, and he just says, "Another problem for another day. What's next for you all? What now?"
I'm looking forward to getting back to Umbria. I'm ready to just run the tavern and train new fighters.
Yeah.
Everyn will go search around where the body was. Or is there any, like,
Loot.
hearts or anything like that were made to create this and crack the shell?
Well, pretty much like where the like main city of Thuria was is like covered in like rock from like the outer shell of Orelak. So it's pretty much like a new like mountain formation is over Thuria.
I think Everyn's going to stay there and search to see if he can't find some of the hearts or one of them to hide it away so he knows where it is.
Right.
Type of thing. But other than that, I think Everyn would return to the Moonlit Refuge.
Right. What does I don't know why I'm blanking.
Sora offers
what-
Jim
Yeah, what does Jen do? Sorry.
the opportunity to come visit Umbria.
Yeah, I definitely will soon. I do have to get back to my daily tasks for the day.
There you go.
Yep, daily task of the day. Tracks.
So, I should be headed back to Yuroah. But I will definitely...
Don't worry. Someone will be visiting Umbria very soon.
And with that,
Wow.
you guys pretty much part ways once more, going back home or pretty much doing what's next in order to either like the next steps of like
Take the potion of poison.
there you go.
So
Um,
Everyn will let you guys know if anything comes up in the future to let him know, and he'll be there for the two of you.
Yeah, Sora's going to build her horde a little bit. It's time to beef up even more.
There you go. But with that, we will conclude this one shot.
That was fun.
Good job, Reggie.
Great
Had a
job.
feeling though.
About me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
At first it was only with Nathane, and then when you were like,
Nathane.
when he was like, that's the direction he went in, so I'm gonna go real fast. I was like,
I didn't know,
he
but I
was
wasn't
supposed to summon a Titan. Because there's a difference between summoning a
And-
Titan and summoning a Tarrasque.
And Nathane was Willem's phylactery.
That's what I figured.
Willem,
Here's his what?
once he was killed, phylactery, basically something formed to take on his
Oh.
essence. So now
Got it.
Nathane is no more. It's
Right.
it's
It's
Willem inside
and
of
Nathane. No wonder he was such a
every
dick.
night.
Well, that's why I tried to take that.
For real.
Every night.
So I tried to take that box, that cube, real quick. I had a feeling I was a phylactery.
That cube of force really comes in handy.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what that was.
I almost had it too. I almost had it. While the heroes managed to stop Orelak from regaining his power and scattered his essence to the ends of the realm, Nathane, Willem's phylactery, managed to escape the destruction and waits, plotting his revenge on those who foiled Orelak's reckoning. Thank you, friends and fellow adventurers, for tuning into this fantastic one-shot, Orelak's Reckoning. This was written by our very own Reggie Morris and set in the world of Wymsoltin, which does run in a linear timeline as our current main campaign, Manassas. Next week, we will be returning to the main campaign of Cocked, a Real Play RPG podcast. This will be another huge milestone for our show, as it is episode 50 of the main campaign. Tune in as the party returns to camp and tells Alfred what took place in the caverns and where the caverns lead.
It's getting real warm in here.
To see a stalagmite.
Okay.
I just thought it would help you. You guys missed that completely.
Yeah, you missed us.
Completely.
Yeah.
Somebody was deciding
Shut
that
up!
12 was the max they could roll this time.
Mm.
I thought it felt weird.
Fixie is like kind of like laying down. He like looks up to like see it, and then afterwards, after Willem disappears, just like falls back down, and he just says, "Another problem for another day."
That's where you counter spell. Just future reference.
I would.
What's the range of counterspell?
Future reference.
Some book says that the range is only 60 feet.
No, you're a god. You just cast 3
I'm not
spells
a
at once.
god,
So
I just regulate things like this. Well, that's the name for it, a regulator.
Nate Dog.
Regulators.
Oh.
Jim, ask your question.
Jim, put your hand down, stupid.
I didn't want to interrupt.